Hello and good day to this quick and brief tutorial of Gracie's web app. Now we are going to look at how to make use of the application. So note that for anyone that wants to use the application, you have to have an identity, something that you can use to log in. It can be your username, email, in combination with your password. So this is a test site, not the online web application. So I'm going to be using this test for the demo. It is the same thing as one online. So a quick login here. Now when you log in, the first thing you meet is the front desk. This is what is called the front desk. This view you are seeing here. This front desk is mainly for your sales rep or anyone that wants to do any transaction. This is where you can do transaction. By transaction I mean making a sale and then doing returns and voids and all those other things you want to do. Here is where you can do it. You cannot do it in the back office. Now if you log in as somebody who has access to the back office, like an admin, an auditor, the owner, the manager, you see this back office button here. Clicking on this takes you to the back office interface. Any other staff that is not given this access privilege cannot go here or will not see this button, especially for your sales rep. So let's click. Now when you log into the back office, what you see is the dashboard, which is the starting point, a summary of statistics of what is happening in the application. The dashboard is customized per store, which means each store has its own dashboard. If you log in as an admin, you see a summary of all the stores, not just one store. If you log in as a manager, it is believed that each store will have a manager. You will see statistics for your store only as a manager, not global. Only the admin can see statistics for global stores. So the sales chart is the sales for each month. It shows you a chart, to help you see perhaps the month you are doing better. And on this side, we see top selling products. The products that are selling more and the ones that are selling less. These are just business statistics to help you quickly have a mental picture of how your business is doing. Now, on the left hand side, we see a menu. This menu helps us access the modules of the application. But on the right hand side, this is where the content of each of these menu will be displayed. As you can see, this is the dashboard currently highlighted, so the dashboard is displayed. Now I'm going to go quickly to products. Now for products, when you click on any menu item here, it's going to load. As you saw just before it displayed these items, it's going to load and then display. Now this loading depends on your internet connection. So at this junction, we want to recommend that you use a reliable internet connection. It is known that networks that do data only are more reliable than networks that do both data and calls. If you know what I mean by that, networks like SpectraNet, Smile, etc., that does data only services are more reliable than the ones that do calls and data combined, like MTN, Airtel, and all that. So please get something that is very, very reliable to avoid sale or business disruption. So when you click on any of these menu items, it's going to load and display. Now let's analyze this interface. Each of these modules you see here, except for dashboard and others and settings, they all have a toolbar here with the features you can access. Now, depending on who logs in again, the buttons you see here may be less or more. I'm logging as an admin, so I'm going to see everything: add, edit, delete, and also import and export. And there's also a search bar here where I can quickly filter this list. This list that is showing here, I can quickly filter it by typing here. It searches most of the columns that can be searched. For example, let's say I'm looking for all product with cakes. I'm simply going to type cake, and it's going to load and show only all product that has cakes in them. If I want to look for any product that has vanilla, I'm going to type van, and it's going to show me all product with vanilla. So this is for you to quickly filter. It is present in almost all the modules except the modules that don't have data that will be listed out like this. Now, so the same goes for stock, the same goes for sale, the same goes for customers, and so on and so forth. So let's go back to product. Now, in each of this menu, in each of this other menu, add is to add a new item. Edit is to modify the item you select. You have to select the item by ticking and then clicking edit. Delete also, you have to select the item you want to delete and click delete. Now, it is recommended that you minimize your deleting as much as possible. And deleting will be denied for items that is used in other modules. For example, I cannot delete a category that has been used in products. This category called cakes, celeb cakes, cannot be deleted from category because it is being used in products as a reference. So take note of that. You cannot delete items that is being used in other modules. So apart from that, another important point is employees. Employees have roles. Now, roles can only be assigned by the admin and manager. You cannot assign role that is above your level. What I mean by that is this. Admin has a level of 74. So admin can assign role that is lesser than 74. If you quickly scroll down and come to cashier is 8, manager is 56. So admin can assign role that are of which the level are lesser than that 74. Manager can only assign role of which the level is lesser or equal to 56. So please take note of that. Now take note that the role you assign are very sensitive. Let's click on add role and see what happens. So we are going to see all the modules listed and the roles we can assign. Be careful not to assign delete role to just anyone. It should be left only for the admin. And each of these boxes you tick, you are assigning that role. So you enter a role name, code optionally, and then you click on submit. Anybody that you want to access the back office must have this back office view ticked. If you assign a role to add and edit and you don't tick this back office view, the person will not be able to come to the back office. So this is a specific role that should be given to someone who should have access to the back office. Now that is that for roles, which is more important. Also, stores is where you are going to manage all your stores. Stores also cannot be deleted once any item of this other module has referenced that store. For example, employees, stock, and all that. So also take note, you can modify, but you cannot delete a store that has been used by other modules, just like that was mentioned before. And then stock. Stock is where you add stock for items that track stock is enabled for. When you create an item and you enable track stock, you must come to stocks to add stock items. You simply add stock by clicking on add stock, and then we select the store we're adding that stock to, and then we start searching for the product. Let's search for van, for example. 2 characters is enough. I want to click on it. The item is added here, so I can simply enter the quantity. I'm going to add, let's say 10, for example. I'm going to search for another item, let's say cake, CA, to look for anything that's cake. I'm going to select this one, and I'm going to say 10. So you can do this repeatedly to add more items, and as you go, the total here will increase. This total is just for the cost of the item if you enter a specified cost. Now, when you are done, you click on submit to save the item. If there's no error, you should choose success and come back to the stock list. And then the last thing I want to show you is reports. Reports, there are about 22 reports here that you can view, and you can customize each report by store. For admin, you can view all stores reports together, but for managers and others, you cannot view all stores together. Now, the person who can view or access or modify all data, all stored data, is only the person who has been given a global view, global add, global edit, and so on and so forth. So there's a role under roles called global that starts with global. So look for that role if you want to give global view, especially to auditors. You want to give global view, global global view for auditors, just global view for auditors. Global add should be limited to only somebody who manages all the stores. And please take note that each action you perform in the app is stored against the name of the person who performed that action, so you can always see who performed what action and at what. Let's look at stock and see. For example, if I want to know who added this stock to this Magodo store, I simply click on view. A dialog pops up and it shows created by this person. If it has been modified, it's going to show updated by and the date and all that, and then I can see all the details of the this stock. And I can also print if you want to print for reference and all that. So this is a quick and brief overview of the back office application. And one last thing I might touch is settings. Settings is where you configure settings, and the settings you can modify and as it suits your business. You can click on the tabs to find out what is in all the tabs and see if it is in line with what you want in your business. If it is not, please modify it. Some of these items have description under it, like this one, of how to modify that setting. So please look at the description carefully so that you do not enter wrong data. So thank you very much for viewing this video tutorial. This is an overview of how the back office works. We hope you get the point clearly. If you don't, you need further questions, you need further video for your employee trainings, please let us know and we will make such videos for you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.